I can clearly remember 20 years ago unwrapping my Sega Genesis with Sonic 1 packaging. It was a defining moment in my life. It's definitely when I knew that I wanted to do something with gaming. Now I can't say that Sonic has been all bad like most people would like to say, because the last 2 years have been pretty good for Sonic, and this year approaching was his 20th anniversary. So I remember back on his 5th, we got Sonic 3D Blast, which was a decent title. His 10th, we celebrated with Sonic Adventure 2, an amazing classic title if you ask me, and on his 15th, we celebrated with the less favorable Sonic 06, which really begged me to wonder how we would spend Sonic's 20th. Well, let me tell you that Sonic Generations was not a disappointment, and if anything, it was a huge, mushy love letter begging the fans to take him back. Now, Sonic Generations takes 3 eras of Sonic and throws them all into one game. Now, within each era are 3 stages, and these stages are all remakes of some of Sonic's greatest moments. Now, each stage is presented with 2 acts. First, where you can play in 2D classic platforming with the old school round-bellied hedgehog. And the second act, you play as modern Sonic, and these are very reminiscent of Sonic Colors in the day stages in Unleashed. The levels aren't just remade with HD textures. Some will start off feeling very familiar, but then it changes and gives us not only a whole new modern day look, but a retelling of each level. And it is quite excellent to see how the game would have been with the opposing Sonic. Seeing the Green Hill Zone fly by in 3D is something all Sonic fans have been dying to see ever since the unlock on Sonic Adventure 2. And then, you can also see classic Sonic and how he may have run through levels such as the Radical Highway or Planet Wisp. So really, you are getting 2 excellent retellings of some of Sonic's greatest levels. The story is very simple and it picks up directly after Sonic Colors. But without spoiling plot, all that you really need to know is that the timeline has been altered, classic and modern Sonic get thrown together, and it becomes their goal to run so fast through old zones that they return them to their former glory as they try to find out who is behind the whole altering of their timelines. It's a simple plot that even takes the time to look back on its own history and make inside jokes.
Is it me, or is that place we were just in awfully familiar?
Not to me.
Clearly, like I said, it's a love note to Sonic fans. Now, the controls are very simple to master. If you start with classic Sonic, you can remember back in the day on the Genesis, Sonic was really just a matter of pressing forward or backwards on the D-pad, and then he consisted of 2 simple moves. To jump, you just hit a button, and to spin dash, you press down and hammered on the jump button until you released and Sonic flew across the screen. You could also just press down while running to turn into a ball, but basically those were the 2 main controls. The controls were simple, and in all honesty, it doesn't feel one bit different on the modern consoles. The spin dash has been mapped to one single button now, but it can still be done the classic way. As modern Sonic, we still have the homing attack, the slide, sidestep, and boost, and other than that, it blends very well with classic and it never feels out of place. I will admit though, at times, if I played a lot of modern Sonic and then jumped over to classic, it was easy to forget that there was no homing attack, and I made a lot of mistakes. And even in the classic levels, you might have to destroy blocks with the spin dash, but in modern Sonic's levels, you may have to do this with the slide button, which these are 2 different buttons, so in fast-paced moments it was easy for me to mix those buttons up. But in all honesty, I see no major complaints there because the controls are very tight, they're very precise, and they really don't do much to change the formula that we already know and love. Classic Sonic's levels seem to consist of more platforming than anything, wherein modern is all about barreling through 3D space, dodging obstacles, and maneuvering and attacking enemies. Of course, the 2 are combined well, but really the 2 Sonics are true to their roots. Really, the best way to say how I feel about this game is this is the Sonic game fans have been begging for. Now, the only complaint for me is that the story can honestly be ran through in anywhere from 2 to 4 hours. Now, the game does offer many challenges for each zone which will extend your play. A few are mandatory to move on, but the rest are skippable. But in all honesty, this is where the game really shines through. No challenge is the same. One may have you racing a doppelganger of yourself, one may have you using a classic Sonic character to help you make it to the end of the level. Or, you may just have to collect so many rings in a time limit. You may also have to battle classic foes like Metal Sonic or Shadow. The best part of this is that say Green Hill Zone has 5 challenges. You need to realize that you get 5 challenges for both Sonics, adding up to 10. Plus, the level design is altered in every act, so you're not running through the main level that you played. Each stage is altered so that way every challenge feels entirely different. It doesn't just throw you back into a section of the main level. They just rebuild the challenge around the theme of the act. And of course, all challenges and levels you can get ranked, so if you're a completionist, you will want to beat each one with an S ranking. One last addition to the game was a bit of customization on Sonic. This game features a system very familiar to Sonic and the Secret Rings, where you can equip so many skills to Sonic. It's not something you need, but some skills can be very helpful with certain challenges. You still have the addition of the Chaos Emeralds too. The game's bosses are also classic remakes of old Sonic foes, and also each level has 5 hidden red rings to collect for each level, much like Sonic Colors. So there's definitely a lot of replay value just in that alone. The graphics are stellar. The cutscenes are done with in-game graphics, as opposed to how Sega normally does it with the high CGI quality movies. So it's a little dumbed down this time around, but honestly, it's no big deal at all. The voice acting is excellent as well. If you're a Sonic diehard fan, you may also still be adjusting to the new Sonic voice actors, but I will say that Roger's voice for Sonic has really grown on me. But some voices like Shadow's, they just seem off.
You've got this, Sonic.
But you can clearly tell that everyone is putting their all in, and I'm very impressed with this. Classic Sonic has no voice, which actually makes the cutscenes a bit more entertaining, and in my own opinion, I feel that this was a smart choice. I just can't picture classic Sonic without the voice of Urkel, so for me it's either Urkel or no voice.
Wow, you weren't kidding when you said so.
Now I could go on and on about this game. As a Sonic fan, I am very happy. Granted, I have my complaints, but they are as minor as they have ever been for a Sonic game. And I am so glad to see Sonic's 20th birthday go out in style with a game like this. I honestly don't like sequels most of the time, but honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing one for this game, visiting some other levels from the series. I'm sure everyone has a stage that they wish that Sega wouldn't have skipped. And I want to know what levels you would like to see, so tell me below. But anyways, truly, I'm really impressed with the title, and this clearly is a Sonic game worth owning. There are so many things in this game that really say thank you to the fans. There's so much unlockable music, art, character profiles, and of course seeing classic characters meet up with the modern characters. It's just such a fun thrill for the fans, if you ask me. You shouldn't even question it, so seriously, go get yourself a copy of Sonic Generations.